Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Miss Burley TTC. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit subscribe and like. Today's discussion, I hope you'll be able to, I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback about it and ways that you can make a difference in your communities. So anyways, like I have recorded this video. This is the third time. So third time's a charm. I did it twice on Wednesday, but I felt like I think I slept wrong or something and I was really busy. So I was trying to get a quick video in and my words were like slurring a lot and I was very scatterbrained. So now my head's more together today. It's Friday. Just to update you, last week was a really good week. I saw my first patient all by myself, like my very first patient. And I was ready. I just felt like, let's just do this. And then the other two patients I saw last week, I teamed up with classmates. So I'm looking forward to, hopefully tomorrow I'll get to see more patients. We did like specialty services this week. So I did optical work. But I'm looking, tomorrow, I just want to get my hands on a patient. I'm ready to see another patient. Anyways, so school's been going good. But today's video, I want to discuss how, share my thoughts on how I feel like I guess I consider myself, I don't know, I'm an advocate in general for various public health things and all that stuff, but I do care about our environment. And the current city that I live in the suburbs of the major city I'm next to. But when you're driving, because I work in the major city, I drive in through it and I notice how the streets are very litter and full of just various sorts of trash items, just like fast food bags or just anything you can think of. And now on a large scale, it is a big deal, and it'll probably take more effort from our organizations or government, but so there's two reasons behind why I'm going to share the thoughts I have on it. So first, I feel like I'm a service-oriented person. First, because I come from a family with that background. Most of my family, especially on my dad's side, they work for the government and they do some kind of public service. I have a lot of family that went into the military, and so whatever they do it to the best of their ability, and they always think of how they would want to be treated, or just how they would want to receive what kind of service they're given. And so that's just how I was raised. That's where I come from. Now the second part is I'm a woman of faith, so as part of my faith, we're taught to be stewards of our good stewards of our possessions or our land. And so interpret it as you may, whatever. I believe that's I consider my land my environment, and so my community, wherever I live. And so just like if you had a house, you would clean up your house, right? Even if let's say if you had a party at a house, you had guests over, you would clean up your house after your guests left, whether they made the mess or you made the mess, because that's where you live. That's the same way I feel about whether you live in an apartment complex or any kind of building, anywhere you live, trailer park, whatever it is, that's your community. So it kind of bothers me sometimes where I'll see trash in public areas. And now again, I'm not talking about large scale trash, that's more city oriented, and we're gonna get to that. But small trash, I saw a cigarette wrapper outside of the office I was going to provide services for. So I just picked it up, no big deal, didn't make any big deal of it. It wasn't covered in mud or anything like that. Again, it has to be some kind of practicality to this. I just picked it up and threw it in trash. It was easy for me to do, but it could have just stayed there, and then, it would have just been more litter in the street. So that took no effort really from my part, but just something easy to do. So in that same manner, I use the same attitude when I'm in my apartment complex. It's easy for me to just pick up like a wrapper or something I see and just throw it in the trash. Now, again, you're not going to always be able to do that, and I'm sorry, my washing is going. I had to wash my white coat because I need it ready for tomorrow. But hopefully you can still hear me over it. Anyways, so let's talk about wrappers. Okay, yeah. So it's just something simple that I could do, that will make a difference in the long run. Because I represent a percentage of the population that lives here. So again, there are more people who are like me, who think like me, will do the same thing. And it's not just like, and they have good cleaning crews here, but that's not, I feel like it's our responsibility to take care of where we live. Because regardless of whether I left the trash there, I have to look at it, especially if it's outside my door. Now, that's not to say that, the cleaning crew is not responsible for, doing their jobs. It's just like, again, it's something easy that I can do. Now, as far as trash, like, down the streets and stuff, here's a story to go with that. So I was driving around like a friend, and I noticed somebody was taking stuff out of their car, and they literally just took the plastic bag and threw it out on the ground outside the car. And I'm looking at all the trash around them, and I'm just like, this is kind of, you're contributing to the environment you're in. It's, again, with the government, we know change is slow. Like, if you want, yes, the government's responsible, you pay taxes and stuff, but if you want change to happen, it's going to take a while, because there's a lot of paperwork and just sometimes a lot of foolishness that has to go on to, get things done. So that's where I feel like the churches, organizations can step in to adopt a highway or adopt a street and make sure it's clean. There's other things, or you can just decide to get people together and do it as well. So I think about things like that, but I know it's not practical. So like, I'm looking for other practical ways that I could possibly help out without having to get involved in organizations all the time, because sometimes I don't have time for that. So I'm looking to hear, like, what do you guys do around in your neighborhoods, maybe? Like, even though you have a homeowners association, what do you do to keep the land, like, upkeep like the property you live on, or just the community that you live in? Even if it's not your own, I feel like it is our responsibility, but even if it's not, you didn't contribute to the mess, just because you live there, what are some things you do to make it a better environment for you and your children? So, hold on. Okay, I'm back. Man, there's a lot going on. I just had a knock at the door. I have to give you guys a new apartment tour as well. But they're finishing some stuff up in my bathroom. So after that's done, I'll give a tour of the new place I live at. So you guys can just check it out. I'm not done setting up everything, but And again, the dryer's still going on. And then like the weather, it's been cold here, like 18 degrees, like chill factor to me, it felt like. I'm not used to that. And now today's like 50 degrees, so my nose is stuffy and I'm breathing through my mouth. Oh, now I'm not looking at the camera, so forgive me. But anyways, let's finish this up. So like I was saying, with just people, like, you can either be part of the problem or the solution. Again, in the parking lot, some of the things I hate seeing, like my pet peeves, like fast food trash bags, especially placed right beside people's cars. So either you had it, or I know some people just go and place it beside people's car, like empty fast food bags and a drink or something. Somebody put it behind my tire one time when I lived in down south or whatever, and I just thought that was one of the most ignorant things I've ever seen in my life. But anyways, the point of this video is that, this is our home, our responsibility, and what are some ways that, we can contribute to making it a better, place to live in, especially like going on in the future. We know, whether we accept it or not, global warming is a real phenomenon. So finding ways to be like more sustainable. That's kind of a different topic, and so I do have another video coming up with similar to this topic, especially with cruising and sustainability. But anyways, back on topic. I'm gonna wrap this up now. Just again, comment below with some things that you do or things you taught your children, how to better take care of their environment, or just to be more thoughtful community members. And comment below. So be sure to thumbs up and like this video. Oh, it's the same thing. See, I'm getting that turn again. It's time to go. All right, I gotta get ready to go to class. I will chat with y'all some other time. And have a great weekend. Oh, and do you like these earrings? We had fundraisers at school, so I got these for like $5. And I love them because they have little eyes. But yeah, bye guys.